One.
One. Yo, 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 yo. We are live, my good friends. We are live. We are back with another episode of SML Podcast. That is the show that is co-hosted by me and my good friend, my brother from another mother. I ain't been able to rap to you in a long time, man. I know the time's been busy. How you been doing, my good friend Project Storm?
I've been doing pretty good. A lot of gaming, a lot of staying in tune to the streets and everything, and seeing what's going on, seeing what people's thoughts are surrounding Stadia and just everything gaming, man, and Moss just pretty much just playing the hell out of some games, bro. I'm
Yeah.
fortunate to be able to just play as many games as I play, and I enjoy every minute of it, man. So that's what I've been up to.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a step back, Storm. When the storm gets thick, you know, no pun intended. When the storm gets thick, sometimes you just got to take a step back and you got to look and see what's going on. And you be like, okay, things is getting a little too crazy. Let me just get into these games. Let me play some stuff and let's just see how things evolve. That's what I had to do when a lot of this stuff was going on. But shout out to everybody that's here right now. Do us a huge favor. Hit that hunchback arrow below. Let everybody know that we are live because this is going to be a hell of a show today. That you are not going to want to miss because we can only do but what we normally do, right, Storm? And that's keep it real, right?
So all the way 100, man, 100K.
Absolutely. But before we get to further than that, Storm, can you? I know that we don't have we'll wait till we get more people piling in the chat. But Storm, what you been playing, bro? Let us know some of them games that you have been playing since the last episode.
Man, let me think. Let's see. I've been playing some Destiny 2. All right. I've been playing some Halo.
Okay.
Listen to this, y'all. I want y'all to listen to these games now, as you're gonna find out quickly that a lot of them are not on Stadia, right? Then I'm gonna get back to that. I've been playing a lot of PUBG on the Xbox Series X. I have not played much PC games, MM2K, because now let me go on the flip side, right? The reason I haven't been playing too many PC games is because this thing called Stadia keeps interfering with my gameplay time, my gameplay style, man. Like, what I mean by this, Moss, is yes, I have other platforms to play on, right? And I'm thankful for those. I'm glad I have them, right? But for some reason, I don't, and I really don't know why it's happening. I can't fully explain why it's happening, but I keep coming back to Stadia.
Absolutely.
And I'm not one of those dudes that's gonna say some cringy type stuff. At least I don't try to be that guy if I am. You know what I'm saying? This right here is just based on facts, that Stadia keeps calling me back. I have Madden on the Xbox Series X. The next gen version of the game, is beautiful. I can't say it plays well, it performs well, but there's some issues on the defensive side of the ball, man. It just needs to be addressed. The offense is beautiful because it's OP, but there's issues, and I keep coming back to Madden on Stadia, and it blows my mind. And I was watching. Shout out to Bibbidi Bop, D Mac, Squid. Who else was in there, man? Rick Tome had to stop by. We were having a good old conversation yesterday in Bibbidi Bop stream, man, that they were doing over there. And it was just like, you can't help but be reminded that Stadia is dope. You know, it's just dope technology. It's a dope experience. It's an experience you can't really find anywhere else. And I know that might sound far-fetched and untrue and everything, man, but I think you know what I'm saying.
Oh no, absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
Yeah, so just been just chopping it up, just bouncing from game to game as I usually do. But I got this new appreciation for Stadia, man. I'll get into it though later.
No, absolutely, man. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to our good brother. Come on, man. Hey, look, if you threw an extra zero in there by accident, it's okay, man. Just hit me up, man. Because you've been spoiling us too good here on this platform. The good brother Phantom, UFC, also known as Chase, also known as the Gaming Advocate, dropped a 50 spot in the super chat. He said,
I can't even see it right
Saturday.
Now.
Yeah, man. Hashtag Saturday Evolution MMN Project. I just want to thank you for what you do. Excited to hear your thoughts on the previous week. And more importantly, offering a place of voices and hashtag advocacy. Hey, Chase, thank you so much, man. And yeah,
Man,
we're
we
going to get
damn
into
sure
that.
appreciate it.
In preparation for the show, I missed a lot, but I caught the tail end. I mean, not the front end. Chase, as always, man, do a wonderful job breaking down your analysis and all other stuff, man. So definitely, if you haven't listened to it after this, definitely check out the Gaming Advocate show. Saturday kickoff Saturday morning or Saturday Evolution, man. Definitely a great show. Go ahead, Storm. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Hey, no, I was just gonna say, like, I'm trying to find the chat and everything, man. For some reason, I'm not finding that the show is live, even though I know it's live. But YouTube was tripping for me
Yeah, they be
yesterday as
tripping,
well.
man. They be
But
tripping. Brother.
hey, check it out, man. First of all, thanks, Chase. Man, we appreciate that, bro. We've been having some hellified gaming sessions, man. Chase knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's just I won't even get into all of it right now. But what I will get into is, bro, because we get to the end, man. Call of Duty, the brother put me down with it. We had a hell of a discussion about the game coming to the Stadia platform. We're gonna get into all this stuff, man. Like, we're gonna get into a whole lot today. Just bear with us. But just getting it in, man. I did a Sekiro stream the other day as well, MM. Where I was fighting Genichiro, and that dude is really tough. He's a tough boss, man. It made a lot of people go home crying to their moms or their grandmoms or whatever, man, and just never want to look at the game again.
Yeah,
throwing their controller in the trash can, and we'll get into that
too. Is that why homegirl did that? Oh, okay, I got you.
I think that's why she did it, man.
She couldn't handle it
though. Yeah, we'll get into it. It's too early. It's too early. We still didn't even get into how we're doing and everything yet, but we'll be touching on all of that good stuff in the land of Stadia, man.
Hit that like button.
Hey, hit that button now and tell a friend and everything, because today is going to be one of those shows, people, that you really want to be a part of the discussion. We're going to open up that platform for you all to share your insights and everything. But Emma, man, it's just been, again, bro. I woke up this morning dreaming about Stadia.
Oh, wow.
Eddie Player One was been shout out to Eddie Player One. I don't know if he's in the damn chat because I still can't find the stream, but I'm gonna fix that. But look, shout out to Eddie Player One and Chase, man. They were both in the dream, man. It was we were in the land of electric. Hey, I'm telling you, I don't make this up. There's no reason to cap, man. I put it on everything I love, right? I don't know why I had the damn dream. 8 something this morning, I'm dreaming about Stadia. Now, last night, me, Chase, and other Kill and other people, Crash and others were on the Series X. So we've been playing a little bit of, Call of Duty and some pub over there and stuff like that. Just having a good time. Most of the time we're on there and we're having conversations about everything gaming, and it's not just like an Xbox, we fanboy for Xbox type discussion, right? We're really getting it in and we're talking about the future of cloud and all this stuff. We talk about everything. So I have this dream this morning and it's 8. I'm just gonna assume it's like 8:50, because then at 9 o'clock I get a phone call from the homie Stadia Revolution. You know what I'm saying? We chop it up.
Shout out to Red.
Every other day, every weekend or whatever. We try to stay in touch, man, and talk about everything, all the latest happenings in the world of Stadia and outside of it. So I'm dreaming, and then Eddie's being Eddie. I had to tell the story because Eddie can be a jokester sometimes, man. That's what the brother does. He makes people laugh sometimes. So there's this file cabinet in the corner of this store. It's like it's like a corporate office type building, and there's a store, but outside there's sunshine. It's shining, man. It's beautiful outside. The clouds are forming like something that I can't even describe. And Chase is like he's telling me and Eddie, because there's some games on top of this file cabinet, right? And they're stacked up and they look like Wii cases, or Switch cases or something like that. But they were Stadia games. So we're trying to find this certain game, right? And all of a sudden, Chase is like, man, be careful. Y'all got to be careful with that, because you don't want to do, like, basically, like, if we were about to steal the game, Chase was just going to keep us grounded to make sure we didn't take it, right? So then out of nowhere, Eddie comes out and he comes out with a joke. And he's like, hey, yo, man, I heard there's something that died. And I was like, what, man? What the hell are you talking about? He was like, Stadia is dead, right? And then we bust out laughing. All of us just bust out laughing, right? So I'm like, I don't know why the hell that dream happened. Then after that, Rev calls me, man. I just wanted to share this because I'm like, yo, I don't know if anybody else has dreamt about Stadia. But, hey, Moss, I guess it's just getting real, man. I guess that's a signal and a sign that says that something big is about to happen. I don't know. Hopefully that's what it
Hey,
entails.
look,
I don't know.
we a storm. We know the deal. Whenever we know how it works when Storm Stradamus is having a premonition. So we know that's just, you know what I'm saying. That's just the precursor to a premonition. Yeah, brother. We talked about it. Look, man. We understand why. Maybe there, and we'll get into it. We understand why there may have been some people that we know that love the platform. We talked about, I ain't gonna name any names, but people that we know that love the platform that was just like sour, like, yo, I'm bouncing. I'm ready to skedaddle. You know what I'm saying? And we can sympathize with that, and we can respect everybody's opinions.
Right.
With that being said, if you just take, you take your scalpel and you take your little monocle and you look at with the magnifying glass, I think there was enough evidence there to prove the opposite of what the mantra may have been, and more or less to something that you just spoke of, something that got you excited, got you so damn excited, you dreaming about the damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dreaming about it, man. Not even knowing. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Why?
You know, and people may not feel that way when they look at it, and that's fine, because that at least we can have the discussion now. About it, that's where we have the discussion, and we just say, well, hold on, these are the rocks that I discovered. What did you discover? Okay, and we all collaborate and we put all of our thoughts together. With that being said, yeah, definitely some great stuff. I think some great times ahead of us. We'll explain why we feel the way that we do, Storm, and then we're gonna turn the mic over to the people. Like I was saying yesterday in my stream yesterday, we're gonna take it to the streets. We're gonna let you say what you gotta say, and you're gonna get rewarded for speaking your piece, because we got information on a giveaway that we touched on earlier, but we got to put you up to date on it. And by you calling in, leaving voicemail, all that stuff, leaving a hashtag on Twitter, by you speaking your piece, you get yourself closer to getting this free thing. But we'll talk about it. But Storm, real quick, what have I been playing? And then I'll pay the bills. I've been playing. I've been playing Madden. I've been getting, I can't front y'all. I've been getting my ass spanked in Madden. Shout out to the homie Shadow, right? Shadow reminds me of my bro. We call him DC. His wife and my wife were best friends, and me and him were best friends. So I never went bowling with my homie DC. One day we were out bowling, right? And me and my wife can bowl. We can bowl. And we knew that his wife really wasn't a big bowler. Mm-hmm. So I turned to my wife turned to me, I said, we're going to kick their ass. You know what I'm saying? I said, let's take it light on them. My homie DC like, yeah, man, I ain't been bowling in a while. Man, don't you know this man was throwing strikes behind his back with his eyes closed. He single-handedly killed me and my wife. And I said, man, we fell for the okie doke. Reason why I brought that up, Storm, is because that's how I felt when I played against my brother Shadow. In Madden. Dude, Shadow can play. Shadow X, shout out to him. My brother can play. He really could have spanked my ass, and I think he was being nice to me. The score ended up being 17-7. It's a great game, but check it out on Stadia Dosage streams, man. So your boy's hurting in the Madden League. I'm 1-2. But we're going to keep it rolling, though. You know what I'm saying? But I've been playing that. Play a little bit more Cyberpunk. Play some Immortals Phoenix Rising. That video should be dropping soon because that was a video that y'all demanded. And I played Journey to the Savage Planet, Storm. Yeah. That game was phenomenal. I can't, you know what I'm saying? That's worthy of a discussion later on in the show. The whole dynamics around that game and that studio as it relates to Stadia. And lastly, I played Lara Croft and the Curse of the Golden Sun, I think it is. I've never played any of those isometric Lara Croft games. Bro, that game is dope. I feel so bad, and that's what I love about Stadia. It is introducing me to games and titles that I normally wouldn't play, but because they're giving me so much stuff free, you know what I'm saying? Quality stuff. And this is the thing about Stadia. See, you can get free stuff from Xbox and from PlayStation, but a lot of it is filler. 99% of the stuff that you're getting from Stadia is quality stuff. So if they're giving it to you, if they went through the ordeal to bring it to the platform and give it to you at no additional charge, then it's a game that's worth your while. I've really been disappointed. So I booted up the game, man. Game was dope. I love it. So those are two new games that are going to definitely be in my rotation. So that's definitely been me on those games. What I've been playing.
Well, hey, let me catch this chat real quick.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
And they came to hang out and share their thoughts and everything, and that's all we ask for, y'all.
Absolutely.
This platform where we need to have a discussion, not us, you know. But so we got Cloud Gamer 201 in the building, y'all. Stadia Revolution already in the house.
Stadia
can confirm what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Phone call woke me up this morning. I probably would have missed the show because I was up too late, y'all, playing games with the homie Chase.
You would have been fired. You know, he's always threatening me. You'd have been fired.
Yes, sir. And happy Cloud Gamers in the building, man. Amanor can't have a show if Amanor's not here. So
yes, sir.
Always report Amanor for duty, man. Hey. Again, we're gonna thank Chase for that $50, man. That's what it's all about. I was on I stopped over on TWOS, man, and I'm not the gaming advocate, so I threw a 20 piece at the brothers, and at the time that's all I could do because I needed to buy Call of Duty, and now I paid for the ultimate version, so you know what I'm saying. I didn't have the extra now, but I threw a 20 piece at them. And it's good to show love like that, man. We don't ask everybody to throw a super chat, but if you can and if you're willing, we appreciate it every single time, man. Every single time. We got Cloud Proto in the building, man. What's good? Johnny Biotic, Bionic out here. Can't talk today, man, because I'm ready to get into this action. You know how we get tongue-tied and all that. And we got Kessel Runner, man. We got Kessel Runner, Jonathan Davila in the building. All right. We got 4 Scars Gaming. Y'all know who that is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know who that is. Appreciate you, brother, for stopping through. It's about to be a good show.
Oh, the homie 4 Scars.
John Scar. Y'all know
brother?
Hey, if you don't know who it is, you better check it out.
Hey, 4 Scars, you've been out there doing your daggone thing, man. You've been putting me to shame. You know what I'm saying? Rock, hey, look. He beating Castlevania, and then 5 minutes later he doing it on Call of Duty. Then 5 minutes later he's out in Outcast. Shout out to 4. If you're not following that brother, man. Follow him right now, man. He's a great journalist out here.
A great journalist. You know what I'm saying? I remember reading every article. I remember reading the Tony Hawk breakdown. That article, man. Stupid crazy. Yeah. From that point on, I was like, yo, man, okay, I got to check out what's going on. But look, check him out, y'all. You could definitely hit him up on, might be the same handle on Twitter that you're seeing right here. I'll confirm that. You know what I'm saying? But we got Squid, brother.
The brother Squid in the house.
Squid can back up what I was saying earlier about the conversation. Me, Bibbidi Bop, D-Mac, Squid, Chris, they were all playing Destiny 2. I just happened to stop through as I was eating lunch or whatever. I just got done with a stream myself on Call of Duty. And these brothers were having a phenomenal conversation, man. Phenomenal conversation. There's 7 or 8 of us in there at the time, y'all. But it was a discussion like no other. You just had to be there to understand, y'all.
Yeah, that's dope.
So when people hit that live button at MM, that's why I try to join in. It don't matter who the hell you are. It don't matter what you believe in and what you think and all that stuff. It's about that support that we give each other, that reciprocal love that we put out there for each other, man. So I try to jump in whenever I can, So shout out to all those brothers right there that I just mentioned. Victor stopped by yesterday as I was doing my thing on that Call of Duty, man. My KD wasn't where I wanted it, y'all. But I want to talk a little Call of Duty later and what it could do to I know people are talking about it right now, what it can mean to Stadia and all that stuff. But I do want to touch on that, just about Call of Duty itself at some point during the show before we wrap.
Absolutely.
Then we have, I think that's about it. But we got Jonathan Davila, man. We appreciate that 5.
Hey, thank you, John. Appreciate you, good brother.
You see what I'm saying? That love goes both ways, man. Appreciate is what he said, man. We appreciate you and the fact that you spend your time coming out here with us every time we go live.
Absolutely. So let's pay a little bit of bills and then let's get right into the topic. For no further ado, right? So, of course, today we got today's show, which is SML Podcast. It is the show co-hosted by me and Project Storm. We air it every Wednesday. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we can't think, man. We can't.
We're too excited.
It's about to be one of those shows, y'all. I'm telling you right now. Bear with us as we get ourselves together. Bear with us, please.
He's dreaming about Stadia. I'm stumbling over Stadia. It's gonna be one of
And
those
it's a
shows.
beautiful, it's a beautiful thing though, MM.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, I have not, yo, I don't care if people think that I'm sounding mushy and everything, man. I can't help it.
No,
Like,
look,
I don't know what the hell it is about gaming right now that has me so overjoyed and enthusiastic and optimistic. I don't know what it is. All I'm doing is enjoying the shit. I'm just soaking it all in, yo. That's all I could do.
no, hey brother, look, you ain't. But see, this is why it's so impactful, because you ain't the only one. You know what I'm saying? Like the crowd can dig it. Can you dig it? They can. Hey, look, they right along with you. When you was talking to me about it this morning, I was feeling you every step of the way, brother. It's something in the air, man. Definitely something in the air.
Really, Shake Capo joined us, man. Said Storm was getting his legs beat in on that Call of Duty. You right now, hey, but Shake Capo, you got to go back to the day before that and check that stream out. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm out there pulling highlights.
You know, Shake Capo don't be capping. Oh, was it that bad, Storm?
Shake Capo be showing up, man. I appreciate the brother. Madden, Call of Duty, it don't matter, man. The brother stops by, man. And that's another part
from way back, man. That's my brother.
And there it is. That's what I'm saying, man. Hey, we can go into it. It'll take hours, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and just proceed with today's show. I'm so, take it over, man. I'm so overjoyed.
You know what? I got something. Shout out to my brother Victor Alliston, man. This is. I'm going to go into the show, y'all. But I want to show y'all why this discussion is all about y'all. Victor Alliston's another longtime supporter. So he asked this question, and I want him. I'm hoping that he's watching right now. He says, why doesn't he was responding to my video where I talk about Stadia's recommits for 2021, and he asked Storm, why doesn't Stadia just open a PC storefront for downloads like the Epic Store and Steam? This will solve a big issue for non-streamers. Here's the thing. That's like saying, why don't cars, when they were building the first car, why don't they still have a horse in the front pulling it? That'll be an issue for non-driver. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. At some point in time, you got to cut the umbilical, Victor. The purpose of streaming is to be frictionless from dedicated solutions. And there's going to be growing pains. That's the problem with this society today. Here comes the old man shaking his fist. Look, the problem with society today is we think that because things can happen rapidly, that everything has to happen rapidly. No, things go through a maturing phase. You got to go through growing pains. It only makes you stronger. How do you get a diamond? You take dirt or coal or whatever and you add heat and pressure, and over time you get a diamond. You don't just throw the dirt on the ground and do a little dance and then 5 seconds later you get a diamond. So things take time. And it's okay right now that cloud gaming ain't at its apex, because when it gets there, we're all going to love it and we're going to see how beneficial it is. But it doesn't get to its apex by us continuing to hamstring it. And you would hamstring the progress of cloud gaming by adding core dedicated device solutions like downloads. That defeats the purpose. It does the same thing as, again, in my previous scenario. Let's take to get people more acceptable with the car, you straddle a horse in front of it. It's the same thing. So again, we gotta have a little bit more patience, and we gotta understand that things have to go through growing pains. But when you add heat and pressure and time to even dirt, you get a diamond. All right. So shout out to my brother Victor Allison. I'm sorry, Storm. You have any thoughts on that before I continue on paying the bills?
Nah, man, you just covered it. We can go ahead and just go on, because everybody has their own theories, and I don't want to shoot anybody's theories down.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can go ahead. Let them be great, man. As my homie Project Hill. Let them be great.
You're right, Storm. You're right. So yeah, so today is SML Podcast, y'all, co-hosted by Project Storm, myself. We air this every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or wherever the wind may blow us. Hey, who knows? So that's what we do here. This is a live, interactive podcast where, we give our thoughts at first, but then we turn it over to you. We take live phone calls. We take viewer mail, hashtags for this giveaway, all this other stuff. We'll get into that in a little bit. Then on Sunday.
Before we move on Sunday. Oh, I was just about to say on Sunday, brother. Go ahead.
On Sunday. Well, go ahead, Storm. You want to tell people what's going on tomorrow?
All right. So myself and Snow Money Gaming, y'all know we do the YMYOG podcast, Yang Meets Yang of Gaming podcast, every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. But tomorrow, because love will be in the air, we're
Yes.
gonna push that thing back. You know what I'm saying? And spend a little time with loved ones and all that stuff, man. So there's not gonna be a show tomorrow. I know it makes some of you sad, but hey, we'll make it up on the back end next week. That'll give me and Bunny. You don't want to give me and Bunny time to come up with a game plan. I'm telling you, that's always bad.
That's what's going on this Sunday, but definitely check out previous episodes. And I will say every podcast that I'm telling you about, including another one, we'll get into that soon, is available on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, whatever is available out there. These podcasts are available so you can catch up. So the episodes prior to this one, and it usually takes a maximum of 2 days for them to be. So if they originally air on YouTube, let's say on a Monday, they'll be out there in audio format by Wednesday. Okay, so definitely go out there and check them out there as well. All right, so that's what's going on Sunday. On Wednesdays, we normally have SSC podcast. We didn't have it this week. That's also co-hosted by me, my good brother Storm, and Eddie Player One when he's available for the time being. He still renders his good services when possible. Check that out every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursdays, we run a show called The Commission. That's aired on the MM2K channel. That is done every 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. It's co-hosted by my good brother Storm, Bunny, Tron of the Sick Humor and what's my brother's name?
King Thrash. King Thrash
Roundtable
Podcast.
Podcast.
Man, you better, man.
I know. He'll be up here. You don't forgot my name? You don't forgot my name? King Thrash, the Sick Humor Roundtable Podcast. Check us out every 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. And I think that's it. Now, for the commission, everything you can catch on audio, the commission is coming to audio next week. So kudos to that. Great show. Definitely check it out. It's where the four of us get together. We got Gamer Lineage, and we break down everything gaming. All these shows are unique, and it's different from anything else that we do on the on PNTS network. So definitely, Storm. Great news that show's coming. So let me step away just for 10 seconds because the general's eyeballing me in the back of my neck. And Storm, if you can talk to the people, I'll be right back. 10 seconds.
That'll be perfect because I got the chat that we can go through real quick. So let me catch some of the points, things that you all were saying already. Eminor came in just to remind us, y'all, that Stadia is done.
Make that 2 minutes, Storm.
Now, I got you. And see, I'll tell you, Eminor already knows, y'all. He knows that Stadia is not done, but we appreciate him. We need him to continue to say this, because every time he says it, it's not true. So, I mean, I know that's been a narrative since day one, since day zero or whatever. People want Stadia dead. And y'all, the reason they want it dead is because Stadia is out here doing things that no other companies can do right now, as far as cloud gaming solutions and all that, right? That is a fact. It can be backed up by all of those who put countless hours into the Stadia platform, like myself and you in the chat and others who will be listening in on this. So we really don't worry about that too much around here, man. Now, with that being said, we will be talking about some things that are fair from a consumer standpoint later in the show when MM2K, when he decides to return back to the show. But hey, Chase says, I want to read this one more time, man. Saturday evolution, y'all. All right. Saturdays have never been the same ever since we kicked off the SML podcast, followed by the Cloud Gaming Advocate, y'all. Saturday morning coffee talk. Okay. And after that, you got Cloud Burst, man. It's a hell of a Saturday jam-packed with great content goodness. Okay. But he says, Project, I just want to thank you both for what you do. Excited to hear your thoughts on the previous week and more importantly, offering a place for voices and advocacy. There it is, man. The hashtag is right there for y'all to see. All right. We got, let's see. They deserve the love, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that, Chase.
All right, I'm back.
Let's see. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was okay. So Happy Cloud Gaming right here asked you, he said to you, At Stadia Dosage News, Blizzard and Activision is on no cloud services. I think if they are coming to a cloud service, it's on Google Stadia, but only my opinion.
Yeah.
And I want to get into your opinion, man, because I have my own. It's okay to have opinions and speculation
Absolutely.
every now and then.
Absolutely.
You just have to make sure that you understand that it is speculation and opinion based. That's the only thing.
Did you get Dave Window with the 2?
Oh no, I didn't get it. Yeah, I was working my way from
okay, that's all right. Shout out. I just want to shout out Dave Window with the 2. He said, "Sorry, not much. I spent all my cash." Oh no. Hey, look, we're gonna talk about that SkyClimbers too, Dave. Hey, look, it could be 2 pennies, brother. Anything. Just the fact that you guys want to. The fact that you guys want to support this platform, we are so thankful of, and also, excuse me. This platform we're trying to build to a place to where the whole community benefits. So believe you me, it's not about how much you can give to Storm or MM2K. It's about us working as a community to do what we can to build this platform so the good news of Stadia can go out to everybody. And the truth can go out instead of little stunts like people trying to pretend like they throwing a controller in a garbage can. Meanwhile, the garbage can is lined with so much paper because they really don't want to mess it up. You know what I'm saying, Storm?
Man, they really don't. They want to go back in and get it later when they realize that, damn, I could play Cyberpunk. Wait a minute. I bought Cyberpunk the other day for this platform. Let me go get my damn controller back. You know what I mean? So, I mean, hey, we know people got to have everybody likes a little attention every now and then, you know? So, things like that are going to happen. You know, the Young Yays and Dreamcast guys and all these, Rich and everybody, they're going to exist, man, whether we want them to or not. I appreciate what they do. They're trying to grind, but that's a part of their hustle. So let them be great, man. I do want to say.
Oh, Happy Cloud Gamer did have a question for me.
Go ahead.
About Call of Duty. Well, for us, rather. I'm going to say this. Yeah, I think it's coming. I think there's just 2 things in play. We got to be honest. Number one is the player base. These companies, they look at the efforts of, they look at the effort that it takes to support this, and they say, okay, is there a good enough player base? And even if the player base isn't big enough for them at the moment, all right, do we have the time, the manpower to do crossplay, which I think Activision would do, and that would solve any problem. The thing.
Hey. Bro, hold on. Let me stop you, man. Before the show, we were talking, and I told you were hitting on key points that I just talked about with Reb this morning. Reb can confirm that this is one of the things that we talked about. I don't know what it is. I told you how things are aligning today is freaky, man. It's weird. I don't understand it, bro. I just don't. It's throwing me off my game, man. I can't lie, because why are these things lining up like this? Is it inevitable? Is it destined? Is it destined to happen? Is it destiny? Like, what the hell is going on today that our thoughts are directly lining up with each other's, man? And again, I have Rev that can back this. I have Squid in the chat that can back what I'm saying. I got Shake Capo, who was in the Call of Duty stream. Everything that I'm talking about, it's crazy how it's lining up.
Well, Storm, can I say this though? You know what? Again, the stars are lining up, and we know you Stormstradamus, and you got the best temperature measurer, I think, of any content creator out there. And I'm not saying that just because you my homie, you my homie in crime. I'm just saying that it's the truth. With that being said, I think at the core of it this time is just what we've been arguing the last few weeks. Despite of where we felt about the messaging, the evidence is just there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the evidence is just there to where, like, look, water is wet, people. The sky is blue. Wow. At some point in time, it's not a reflection on us. It's a reflection on the people. And I don't mean this in a bad way. It's a reflection on the people that just can't see what's evident in front of them. Maybe they just got to wipe the sleep out of their eyes and just look, not look directly in the sun to see that the sky is blue. But I think that's why everything is lining up. If you look at everything from, like we say, 5,000 feet, Storm, it'll be self-evident. And that's why I think you, I, Rev, and a whole bunch of other people, these things they're just lining up together. Water is wet. I'm gonna leave it like water is
Hey,
just
yo,
what
yo, yo,
it
yo, 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 yo.
is.
Let me say, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna try to shut the hell up because I know people don't believe half of what I'm saying. On AAMM, I
Uh-huh.
work in education. That's no
Yep.
secret to you, right? Check
Yep.
this out. I'm not a teacher, y'all, but I do work
Uh-huh.
in education. Here's the deal. One of my ELA teachers said to the class, that was one of their, I forget what they're called, but they start the day off by talking, like just having discussions, general discussions to get the kids thinking and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here it is, real quick. She asked the class, is water wet? Is
Mm-hmm.
cereal a soup? Listen, check
Uh,
this out.
uh,
Is water wet? And we just had to talk about that on the Zoom, in a Zoom
mm-hmm.
class the other day, MM2K. So I keep asking you, what the hell is going on right now?
Yeah.
What type of wormhole is this right now, bro?
These,
But go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
man. That's my
yeah. I
last
can see
time.
where it feels that way.
Bro,
Yes, sir.
man,
Yeah.
go ahead, man.
No, I can see where it feels that way. To answer the question, now I know Happy Cloud Gamers like, if you don't get to my damn answer, I would say this, that again, it's two things. Activision's got to look at, hey, is this fathomable for us right now to maintain, and can we implement crossplay if the numbers aren't where we think it is self-sustaining, which I think for Call of Duty would definitely be self-sustaining, for crying out loud. Then people will be like, okay, well, let's see what we can do, and they got to work on that. Secondly, the infrastructure got to be there. We saw with just a single player game, y'all, a single player game. What did we see, Storm? Cyberpunk 2077. Shout out to Eric Lugo with the $2.99 sticker, man. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it.
Hey, hold on. Speaking of Eric Lugo, man, hey, we need to play our game in the franchise today, man. I know you're not afraid. We need to get that popping, man.
I'm
What's your
not
schedule looking like,
afraid.
Eric Lugo? What's your schedule looking like, bro? I just want to get out of the way, man. Because I'll put it on autopilot and let the computer just simulate it, man. If you get the win, you get the win, man. I really don't want to play Eric Lugo, man. That's the homie right there. I don't want to play him.
Hey, Eric, even if it doesn't bode too well for you, if you come across me, trust me, you'll get that win back. I promise you that. But shout out to Eric Lugo. But no, with that said, to answer Happy Cloud Gamer's question, I think it's a matter of, again, can we do it, and can the platform sustain it? Like we saw with Cyberpunk 2077, just a single player game alone. Supply ran out in stores. I was having this argument with homie Cold Blood Sister yesterday. Supply ran out in the stores. I remember walking to Best Buy. It was nothing for me to see 15, 20 of them mugs just sitting on the wall. You didn't really nobody buying them. All the mugs was gone, and you couldn't get it restocked in Best Buy, a major retailer. The stock wasn't being replenished for 3 weeks. And you saw what it did to the infrastructure for a couple of days, Storm. It buckled the infrastructure. So we got to understand that this platform, as much as we want it to be on the same line as competitively as Xbox and PlayStation, are they ready for that yet? And Stadia has not given you any indication that, again, they're trying to work out of order and be on that big stage yet. The closest thing that they've done is talk teraflops. And I think that maybe didn't come across accurately to people. But they've never told you, hey, look, we're looking to outdo Play. They don't even bring up PlayStation and Xbox. They just tell you, hey, look, if you want a game without a console, without friction, come and check us out. So, yes, do we want Call of Duty and all that stuff there? Yes. But it's just a matter of time. We got to let that infrastructure build, and I think it's coming. Those are my thoughts, Storm. What are yours on that?
Same. It's just a conversation that look, me being on Black Ops Cold War, bro, it makes me think that I could definitely side with all those people that says we need Call of Duty. I try to be careful with saying what I need and what you must do to Stadia, because Stadia is operating on their schedule, and that's what they've been doing since day one. That's the thing that they have to do, really. They can't just do what we want them to do, because then they'll go broke, and they'll really not have any funds for third-party games or whatever, so if they do what we want them to do all the time. So, but I will say, just playing that game with Chase and others, man, it is a game that I could see bringing millions, like at least a million players in a 6-month period. I'm gonna be generous right now, right? To say a million gamers to either try Stadia or commit to Stadia if they have this game over. Now, this is what I said over a 6-month period. I really think that, Call of Duty has that type of impact. It's a 20 million a year seller, you know what I'm saying, or more. It's just, the game is built for Stadia. When I did the install, Chase was in the party, in the Xbox party when we were talking. I'm installing the game, y'all. The file size was 175 or 176 gigs just to download the Ultimate Edition of the game, man.
Exactly.
Just for me to start playing the game, I had to wait. Luckily, I have a gigabit up and down, y'all. I have a gigabit up and down, so my speeds were pretty quick. However, you cannot download a game while you're playing another game on Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, oh my,
your
dude,
download
don't
will never,
tell me about it.
Your download will never finish, people. It won't. John Scar, you can confirm. Chase can confirm. Other people in here with different consoles, y'all can confirm what I'm saying. So it's definitely not capping. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I say that loving my Series X, right? I love it. I love Stadia. I love my RTX 3080 card. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
You're a gamer with a capital G. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Gamer with a hey, look, I try to be, man. I want the PS5. I haven't been able to get my hands on it. It's a hot item, y'all. I want that PS5 to conclude my quadruple gaming, whatever. I'll give it a cool name later. But check. These games take forever to download. You had to stop playing the game that you're in. I was in Destiny 2 at the time, and I forgot to shut it down. So I'm like, why the hell is this thing saying 9 hours for this download to complete when I have a gigabit? So I stopped Destiny 2. That was half the problem. Then my speeds went from 200 and something megabits per second to up to high fours, almost 500 megabits per second, right? When I was downloading this game. It was a grueling wait. At the same time, Kill had an issue with Call of Duty on the Series X, where the game kept crashing his entire Xbox. It crashed the entire system several times. He had to get on the phone with Xbox support. And I know that was kind of like a Call of Duty issue. It's not a Series X issue. But he had to reinstall the game 4 times. 4 times, y'all. Or more. He got so mad, he got pissed off, he went to bed. Being pissed off, couldn't even play the game. So, so people ask, why do we play on Stadia? Why do people care about any of the cloud gaming services or platforms, right? And we'll get into some of those a little bit later, maybe. But this is another part of the reason. A Call of Duty coming to Stadia, y'all. All Stadia has to say is, it is here. Play Black Ops Cold War right now, no downloads, no install. Put it in all caps. And then that's it for the advertisement. And all you have to do is say the game is on the platform now at $60, or you can have the different bundles on there, and that's all they had to do. The impact would be crazy. It would be much larger than Cyberpunk, if you ask me. What are your thoughts on it? You think I'm going too far with that?
No. Here I want to put some numbers out there, but shout out to the homie Amador. Here he goes with his here goes his Stadia praise. Let me see it. Shout out to the brother Amador with the $20. Good morning, guys. Was wondering what happened yesterday on Twitter. Chase refused to inform us and conceal the info. I don't have a Twitter because I think it's toxic. People are losing their jobs for having the wrong opinion. Hey, Amador, you know what? This is my brother from another mother too. You got to.
Hey, Rev already reminded him, man.
He talked about he don't have a Twitter because it's too toxic. But he coming to here and berate Stadia every 5 seconds. No, we're not going to name names because I don't want to give people the attention that they're seeking. A social media or YouTuber, and they're well recognized. They went and just did this corny pic of them holding a Stadia controller and them throwing it in a trash can, right, for clicks. And I think it's starting to backfire on them. If you look at the thread, it's starting to backfire. I'm not going to promote it because because I would be helping their cause. But I'm just saying there's a YouTuber out there that went and did that, and it was stupid. With that said. No, I don't think it's out of line, out of sync, Storm. I'll say this, I'm going to throw some numbers out here that I haven't thrown out here before. But I'm only doing it because we were having me, you, Storm, and somebody that a big time supporter, I won't name who they are. We were having a big discussion behind the scenes. And I've been privy, there's me and another content creator that were privy to some information, right? I'm going to leave them anonymous. some data that a lot of people missed. Because again, unfortunately, there's not a lot of looking at from 5,000 feet. And when I say miss, I mean from mainstream media. There's not a lot of looking. There's just people with agendas or whatever. And me and another content creator came across this data. According to the data that I saw, just in a month alone, where Stadia in April, where they went free to play, right? I mean, not free to play, but when they opened up the free tier, Storm.
Yep.
And what did they release that month? They released PUBG and some other games. You know what I'm saying? Well, they're all great games, but they weren't the biggest and baddest games out there. And that month alone, they had close to 600,000 engagements.
I disagree when it comes to PUBG. It is one of the
no. It's a top 30 game. Don't get me wrong. It's a top 30 game. But it's not. It's not Call of Duty.
But you really have to be careful, though, MM. You have to be careful when you talk about pub around me, man. Like, please, bro. I mean, you 6'4". Shout out to 6'4" and Eddie, man, and everybody else, Meg and everybody. Sounds of Stadia. Hey, Richie just got a new keyboard and everything, man. Some great things happening, y'all. They put on a hell of a tournament, PUBG tournament. We keep talking about it over time, y'all. It was a hellified event. Me, MM2K, 6'4", and Eddie were on the same team. We won it. We won that bad boy, y'all. We brought it home. Yo. Anyway, go ahead, man. So you know you can't talk about pub in the negative.
I was just saying that those were definitely some great games that brought 600,000 or close to 600,000 Stadia engagements in a month.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
If that can bring that. And the platform is a lot more. And that was when people were still profoundly saying, "Oh, Stadia has lag. Oh, look at this! I hit the space bar and it takes it 5 minutes for it to play." That's when a lot of that rhetoric was still predominating the airwaves.
Fake.
It ain't like that. Exactly. It ain't like that no more. Everybody's talking about, "Oh yeah, that Stadia tech is phenomenal. It's great. It's great. This is not right now." At least they're saying that now. Even the haters are saying that. So. If you take a scenario where Stadia's promise is more well recognized, you combine it with what Storm was just talking about, no downloads, and you combine that with Call of Duty, and you put that on Stadia.
That's what some people are waiting on. MM2K. Hey, the chat is not new to the chat. Some people feel that way, man. And I had to really assess people's thoughts and their opinions and everything, right? Because sometimes it may come across as, "Oh, you're not riding with this platform." And some people might not be riding with the platform. They might be done. They might be fed up. They might have been fed up when their code didn't come through the first couple of days, right? That is cool. But we can't sit here and act like there's still not tremendous potential in this platform. That's what I had to put. I had to reiterate this, right?
Yep.
We can't sit here and act like because you didn't get what you wanted in the blog, directly, everything that you wanted, if it wasn't given to you how you wanted it to be, you can't really necessarily say that the platform is dead or is going to die right away. I'm going in this direction because there's a lot of transparency that I keep reminding people that exists, like these numbers that you and an anonymous person were going over. And I wish I was a part of that discussion. And that's all I can say, because the way numbers get broken down sometimes by you and others in the community, man, damn. Yeah. Like, so I'm not a numbers type person. Never really not great at math. I mean, still not great at math. I think math is stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. It caused a brain block in me. I cannot get over it, bro. But that's just me. Yeah. Some people might feel like me, and that's cool. But I'm just saying this to say, man, we have to be cautious, extra cautious when we go with these narratives out there that we think are have been like that's reputable and have been solidified and stuff like that, right? Like, we know these things are set in stone and bound to happen.
Yeah, the absolutes. That's when I'm talking absolutes.
Yeah, the absolutes, man. The absolutes is how you refer to it.
We gotta like. I feel strongly, Storm, about how I feel. You feel strongly, but I don't know. And I'm not in the boardroom. I've seen some numbers, but I haven't seen everything, so you know what I'm saying. That's and part of the reason why I haven't officially released this. Number one is I haven't gotten the okay yet because two, I gotta comb through and I gotta validate some things. But according to numbers that I've seen, like I said, it's reasonable to fathom that they've hit 600,000 just off of that type of month alone. So if they're going to hit 600,000 just off of that type of month alone, even though there were great games and PUBG is the best thing ever made, according to my brother Storm, so we're going to stick with that today. No, PUBG's a great game. It's a top 30 game everywhere. No, top 20 game, I'm sorry, everywhere.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So with that said, what do you think Call of Duty's going to do?
And that's the thing, but MM, let me say this. Say Call of Duty never comes to the platform, right? People keep forgetting. They keep forgetting, MM, that there's games like Ark Survival, Far Cry 6, Chorus, Outriders, other Ubisoft titles. You know, and the list goes on and on and on, man. The list goes on and on and on about these big titles that we know are still coming to the platform that's going to do some type of numbers. You know, whether those numbers be significant or not, we don't know. But these games are still coming to the platform.
Well, here's another.
Go ahead.
Here's another thing to think of too. Is Call of Duty on the Switch? No, Call of Duty's not on the Switch. And the Switch is kicking ass left and right. Now, people may argue, but Switch got their own IP. Yeah. But who's to say that Stadia's not going to have their own IP? They can still develop their own IP, and they can do it through second party. And if they're successful through second party IP development or second party IP ownership, and they can subsidize a first party effort again, guess what they're going to do? They're going to bring back first party studios. There's an article that we're going to talk about that highlights and illustrates this perfectly. Again, it's something else that the mainstream media miss, while entities like GameSpot are still saying, the failure of SG&E, what went wrong? And they have no idea what the hell they're talking about.
Hey, so, bro, this chat is out here talking. Hey, this chat is out here talking, bro. Twisted Barber in the building. Shout out. What's going on? Says FIFA will bring many players to the Stadia platform, especially when you can play FIFA on the move.
Oh, yeah.
Now, MM2K, I want to get into that. See, sometimes we have to go out the cuff a little bit, man. When the chat starts throwing their insight in, this is what we do. We open up the platform for them, man. Stadia definitely needs Warzone and other Call of Duty titles, and it can't be ignored. Now, one thing I want to say, y'all, is at some given time, like any given time, like the chat, we might miss something. So remember, hey, if you have the means and you feel it necessary, if you want to, you could definitely hit that super chat button and your messages will go through. Don't let Amanor, don't let Amanor always be the one to get his messages out there. You know, now
exactly.
We're not saying we're forcing people to hit that button.
Definitely.
Hit that button if you want to. You know how it goes, y'all.
Definitely.
But if we might miss something, I don't want to miss like something like what Twisted Barber just said, because FIFA, we know how big that is. It's just going to be huge in other territories other than the US. MM.
Yes, sir.
Do you? I hate to put you on the spot, but do you know how many territories Stadia is in right now? I think
20 something, like 20.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So
FIFA will do some numbers over there.
We got to take into consideration, y'all, too. When we want all these cloud platforms to work. I want them all to do well. Even though Stadia is my preferred platform and it's where I spend most of my time, I'm a GFN founder. I've been playing GFN since 2018. I've been testing it out before a lot of you knew what it was. And I'm not saying that to be snide. I'm just telling the truth. Before I got my hands on Stadia, GFN was my number one way to cloud game. And but as far as Stadia's balance, it's the best thing out there. But I want all of them to succeed. I want GFN to be on Stadia's neck because that makes Stadia better, and vice versa.
Right.
So it's important, though, that when we're talking about all these cloud platforms, that we're straightforward and we're judging the good and the bad transparently. So that's why, if you notice, I've been real staunch on talking about that, because what we see a lot of times, Storm, is people want to take with a microscope and look at Stadia with a fine-tooth comb. But when it comes to all the other platforms, oh no, they're doing great. They're doing well. They're doing
great. You're not lying.
Amazon said they're in beta, so don't worry about it. They're doing great. They're going, and you can't do that because let's just hypothetically speak, Storm, which we know, we in our heart of hearts know isn't going to happen. But let's just say in an ulterior mode of world, Stadia does go away for whatever reason. And then so what's next in line? GFN.
GFN. But can I throw xCloud in? Real quick, if I can.
Yeah, you can
well,
talk about
xCloud is going to, in combination with Game Pass, is going to destroy Stadia.
Yeah,
it is
already
going to kill Stadia, and Stadia is going to be dead as soon as it drops, as soon as it comes out of beta.
According to Paul Tassi, it already has. Remember, he said, "I can hear the slow Titanic song playing now." That was supposed to happen in September of last year, Storm. So we're just, I guess we're in suspended. We're already dead. Everything's dead on Stadia. We're just in suspended animation. Shout out to Paul Tassi with his gibberish. But
right.
But this is what I'm saying. It's not me trying to drag everything else down. It's just that we got to keep it real. We got to keep it honest. And you got to go through that mental exercise. What if Stadia is gone? All right. GFN, it's not a perfect affair there. I know people have done analysis. Shout out to the homie Gamer Life. He says, well, look, MM2K, I tested the RTX here and I tested the texture quality, and that's great. But if you're like someone like me who gets constant ghosting and shadowing with GFN, and trust me, I've been testing this thing since 2018, done every configuration I can think of. It's just probably my location. That tells me that the system isn't as sustainable as Stadia is right now. So despite all that texture, performance, all of the stuff, it just ain't across the board as reliable as Stadia, and that's a problem. And GFN got to work on that. You know what I'm saying? We got to be honest about that. Also with GFN, we're not talking about the sustainability of the business model. Everybody's worried about, well, is Stadia going to be around? GFN's business model is not sustainable. The Ampere Group that just told y'all when it was rhetoric, Xbox is only such and such behind PlayStation, and Ampere said, whoa, hold on, y'all.
Whoa, we got we got a free tier down there somewhere.
These numbers show us that the PlayStation and the Xbox are in the exact same spot they were last gen. So no, the gap hasn't shrunk. And then what happened? Matt Piscatella with NPD came out with the numbers and just and underscored the same damn thing. That same Ampere Group told you that the vast majority of that 6 million that's on GFN are the people on the free tier. And that free tier is bleeding GFN financially. And it's not sustainable. Ampere Group also told people, Storm, that GFN had to do things like, now this is when they were at 4 million. GFN had to do things like bundling games. And what happened? What did we see GFN do? A couple months later, they did the exact same thing that Ampere Group said they should do, where they had the 3-month bundle of Roku that was bundled in with GFN. And now the Founders Editions is gone from what I understand. You can't pay month to month. You got to buy it in bulk, 6 months at a time. And they're trying to push bundles right now. So the business model isn't sustainable. It's just that Stadia is in the front getting all the slack, getting all the flack. And so GFN can be quiet about their situation and just say, oh, we got 5 million, we got 6 million. But what if that 5 or 6 million are the paying tier? And this is, again, not me hating, but again, someone that is watching a lot of people flock to GFN, which is cool. I'm a founder too. The question is, how sustainable is this? I don't want to see people go through what they did earlier with GFN, go buy their Call of Duties, go buy their 2Ks, only for those games to be washed away and removed. So I don't want people to, again, go and invest a lot of games, buying games off of Steam or whatever, spending all this money for the platform to go away. Hey, so look, we got to ask the tough questions to everybody. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Storm.
No, you're absolutely right, brother. Sorry to cut you off, man. Look, at times, y'all, it might sound like us as a community are beating a dead horse, man. We have to say the same things over and over. You know why? I think that's necessary because the outsiders and the naysayers and haters are saying the same things over and over, trying to get millions of people to believe that Stadia is not a viable platform, that there's no way, no how, no shape or form that it could fit your needs or your use cases, right? So it's necessary that we touch on these things. But I do want to go back to this chat that's been brilliant today, man. This chat here, y'all might have to get that GOAT label, man. But let me go here. We got to go with Charles Arden right here when he said, I actually retweeted the GameSport piece, but I think I said that right. But he said, but I put beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly and ravenous wolves. I get what the brother is trying to say. Shout out. Bibbidi Bop's in the building. Bibbidi Bop can tell y'all right now.
Shout out to Charles. Hey, Charles is my brother.
Yeah, right? But hey, Bibbidi Bop
hey, Charles know why I'm chuckling. He knows why I'm chuckling.
I know why Charles is chuckling. I know why you're chuckling too. Check this out. Bibbidi Bop can tell you that we were just in his stream. Like I said, Bibbidi, I shouted it out early before you jumped in, man, about the Battlefield conversation that me, you, D-Mac, and Chris and other people were having. That was and Squid and us were having in that conversation, and just it was deep. It was deep on many different levels, because now that there's a partnership with EA, we could see a Battlefield. We got to keep those things in mind, man. Activision, they have Sekiro on the platform, and whether they publish it directly or not doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? They had their hands on it. We got to think about the fact that we have splash damage, y'all. Now let me say, can I go there, MM?
Yes, sir.
I'll go there with speculation alert. This is Project Storm. He's speculating right now. Please do not take this as the gospel and spread it throughout the community. Splash Damage had their hands and feet into a certain or two big games. One we know as Gears of War 5. The other one we know as Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah.
Now let me rewind that real quick. The second game that I just said was Halo the Master Chief Collection. Now, we just heard some rumblings and stuff. This is speculation time, y'all. I'm putting my stamp on it. Speculation. All right. We just heard some rumblings about Halo Master Chief Collection coming to a new, it's coming to a new platform, and there's going to be a new way to play. Now, MM2K, you might give a different take, and I want to hear it. But I just, when I put things like this together, it's all about who you know, what relationships can be built, right? What relationship can be formed, what partnerships, like a Stadia and a Bungie, or Stadia and a Ubisoft, or Stadia and whoever, now that they freed up money from these first-party games that we never had before. So we can start, I think I'm going to start to get over that. You all can do what you want to do. If you want to just stay stuck in the middle, that is fine. I choose to go on, realizing that these games will not come. I don't know what the hell they were. So I'm not going to really miss the games. How can I? How can I lose sleep at night when I didn't know what that Battle Royale game was going to consist of, and how it was going to play, or whether or not it was going to be laggy or whatever. I can't continue to harp on that, right? But I will throw out there that these are possibilities and things, man. So we're talking about, all of these good conversations that's coming up. But I want to go down to Clive, man. Shout out to Clive. We see you down there, Clive. Always doing his thing. He's a moderator right here on the channel, y'all. Check out Clive. Hey, if you want some grounded content, man, go over there. Check out everybody that you see right here in the chat that you recognize. And those that you don't, we try to bring attention to them, man. So he says Stadia seems to be held to a much higher standard than all the other cloud gaming services. There's plenty to focus on the negative of the others, right? But where's the clicks and fun in that?
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like what we're saying right here, man. It's cool to hate on Stadia. It was cool to hate on Stadia from the beginning, because why? Google had the tech. So when Digital Foundry and others were telling us that they had this tech, and you can go back and find that, you know what I'm saying? It's credible. You can find it. They were talking about, they were praising this tech, how well it worked, and how what Google had at its disposal to use in what I would hope that nobody really wants a cloud gaming war. I would think that I just look at it as a piece of the pie. There's enough pie for everybody to get a slice, because I don't think they really want a war with this tech right now that's been proven time after time by us, the gamers in this community that's small, but we're not dumb. You know what I'm saying? We know when we have something great, MM2K, at our fingertips. We know when we are able to beat bosses like Genichiro, or when Bibbidi Bob can get out there and put up like 27, 30 kills, and Link can come out there and follow up with 40-something kills on Destiny 2 AAA game. When Cyberpunk come out here and race Rod, and everybody's over here making great videos, just beating Cyberpunk on the platform. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say in a flawless fashion, but that game is not flawless anywhere. And shout out to CD Projekt Red, because I do rock with what they do. But man, there's so many things that we can look into that should have it should have at least alleviate some of the concerns that we're having regarding Stadia as a platform. Now, go back to what Charles is saying real quick, man. I can dig where he's coming from. And that's why I always say, last episode, I kind of got in my bag a little bit because I am still on this platform. I still love it. I can't control whether they close the doors or not. But until they slam the door in my face, MM2K, you know what I'm about to be doing, man. That's playing these damn games and looking forward to the next games that's coming. But go ahead.
I mean, I get it. I get people are concerned, and that's a great segue into our topics. And while we're doing that, I want to say that the phone lines are open. I dropped the phone line right now. If you want to call in and put your 2 cents into this discussion, definitely, because that's why we're here. Give us a call, 724-739-3612. PNTS viewer mail, which we call the Yappas. You can go to https://pntsnetwork.com /Yappa. #Yappa, main Yappa, the link is below. So just click on that link and you can leave us a viewer mail called Yappa. I'm going to show you. Let me show you what that looks like. Let me see if you look at it right now. This is the PNTS home page. This is what our Yappa looks like. You can leave us a Yappa and we'll definitely play it live on air. I urge everybody to participate in this, because if you participate in this, you will be entered into our contest, which we've now placed on March 1st of 2021. We're giving away a free Stadia Premier bundle. And for those of you that, again, it's a great deal for everybody. Now the resurgence of the confidence in the platform, at least for 2021, or whatever you want to, however long you want to argue it. Like my brother Storm says, he feels that, and we feel that the stuff is aligned to where this thing is a long way going. I saw somewhere in the chat where I think it was Shadow. Shadow said he called up, spoke to a Stadia rep, and the rep told him, like, look, man, Stadia ain't going nowhere no time soon. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about all that. With that said, or even if you're not so much of a believer, but you're interested in the platform, you ain't got to put no money at risk. You know what I'm saying? We're giving away a free Stadia Premier bundle. All you got to do is call into the show, leave us a Yappa via that link, or what's the hashtag we want to use? I think it was SML comments. Hashtag,
yeah, it was SML comments.
Yeah, hashtag. So I'll put leave us a comment. Leave us a comment at hashtag SML comments on Twitter.
Did you hear back from Old Milwaukee, man, on
the sponsorship? No, they ain't come through yet. They ain't come through yet with the sponsorship.
So don't look forward to a can of Old Milwaukee to be bundled in with that. You know what I'm saying? Not just yet.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet. But yeah, that's all you guys got to do. Whoops, that's the wrong video. That's all you guys got to do, guys and gals got to do. Do those 3 things. You'll get entered into our contest, and we got more details to come because we had to push things back. There's a lot of craziness going on. But with that said, that's a perfect segue into what we want to discuss right now, Storm. Let's talk about it. The big announcement yesterday from Stadia. Let's go in the hot tub time machine, talk about everything that was going on. So a few weeks ago, Stadia had announced, and this is on the heels of the big appraise that they were getting for Cyberpunk 2077. That was a successful campaign by all intents and purposes. We didn't need Stadia to tell us that. You know what I'm saying? Cyberpunk arguably was the biggest game of 2020. You know what I mean? And it was so big that the second best place to play it, Stadia, bundles sold out in Best Buy. Sold out in Best Buy. People wanted to play the game so bad, they didn't want to wait for it to come. They didn't want to go online and just go to the Google store and buy it online. They had to go to the store and get it. I gotta get this now. And it took them and they were sold out everywhere, right? For 3 weeks.
Yep.
But then on the heels of that, We had a little bit of a slow period, but then Hitman came out state share. You know how the community is. We're up and down. If we don't get bombarded, who cares what's going on with PlayStation and Xbox? All Xbox is talking about is putting Bethesda and a company called Volt and then taking them back out and them being the Bethesda again. That's all that's going on over there in Xbox. At PlayStation, they talking about Destruction All-Stars. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's all they got going for them. But we finally released state share in Hitman, and that's not enough. People were upset. So there was some angst there. And to add to that angst, to propel that angst storm, Stadia announced that they were closing SG&E. Now, they put a letter out that a lot of us in the know could interpret it and say, oh, okay, this is what it means. But for the average consumer, I would at least argue it could cause some confusion for the average consumer. I was speaking to a lot of y'all, and y'all were telling me just a week ago when y'all were hopeful and like, oh man, MM2K, thank you. You and Storm, thank y'all at Stadia Dosage for introducing me to this. Y'all were telling me a week later after this announcement, oh no, I ain't buying that no steer. I ain't buying that no steer. So I get the angst, right? And we kept urging Stadia to come out and say something. So come on. We know you put specifics out, but you got to say it. You got to, what do we say, Storm? Look, and we say this not to be mean or ignorant to anybody.
Right. Definitely not offensive in any way, man. But
when you're in Rome, you got to do what the Romans do, right? That's the saying. And sometimes when you're talking to people that may be quote unquote dumb or ignorant at a specific subject matter, you have to dumb down your message.
Yeah.
You got to dumb it down, even though the facts is already there. It's, as a communicator, it's not indicative of the listener to be an expert. You got to have an expertise to be able to feed your message in a way that no matter how smart or how dumb that listener is, they can accept it. Or they can at least understand it.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a few weeks where that didn't happen. And then Stadia finally did it yesterday. They didn't give us a whole lot. It wasn't the most roaring sign of confidence, but it did the job. And now you see a complete 180 and everybody is happy, joy.
Hey man, hold on. We need to celebrate something. Hold on.
Uh-oh. What we got
Aminor dropped a $20 super chat.
Oh, Aminor.
You know we definitely appreciate it. I'm saying, Aminor, if you kick off a show, brother, I got you, man.
We got you, brother.
Know how I do things. You drop a follow, I drop a follow. You drop a subscribe, I drop a subscribe. You drop that super chat, I'm coming to you. Believe me, I'm going to find. So kick off something, Aminor, on Saturdays, like at 3 o'clock or something. And I'll be there, man.
You call it Aminor antics. That's what you should call it.
You know what I mean? But check it out, brother. We definitely appreciate it. You say, before I came to this channel, my opinion on cloud gaming was 100% negative. Now it's only 80% negative. No updates to the tool, and the ability to upgrade the platform behind the scene without buying a new console or PC is cool.
It's cool.
Now, coming from Aminor, hey, that means a lot, man. That means we must be doing something right.
We're doing something.
We must be doing something right.
We'll take it.
And we appreciate it.
But shout out to Aminor. Thank you so much for that, good brother. Now, with that said, Project Storm.
What up?
I want to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts on all of the hoopla that happened since the SG&E news? What are your thoughts on, what's going on now that we've got the statement that we got yesterday? What are your thoughts?
I'll start by saying this right here, man. I heard you talk about Cyberpunk and the success of that game on this platform. The platform itself has been a success because this technology, cloud gaming, was not supposed to be here right now in 2020 and 2021, 2019. Yep. It just wasn't supposed to be here right now. So kudos to Stadia for giving us this platform that we're on right now, and for whatever length of time. I'm appreciative of that. Now, Cyberpunk, they could have came on and said, damn, y'all. Now, of course, Stadia is not going to write it like this, but damn, y'all. Cyberpunk just caused our user base to increase 10,000%. They could have thrown numbers out there. Stay with me, Moss, and you'll understand why I'm doing this, right? They could have came out here with those numbers. They could have been transparent, right? What the hell would that do? I know it will set the platform up for failure. Because the very next game that drops behind it, if they don't hit 12,000%, it's a failure. Then you'll have more articles and more videos saying Stadia is a failure, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because
it hit a wall.
And Project Storm and Clive Illenden and Stadia Revolution and Ray Sherrod with the sneaky eyes coming in the chat Sneaking up on my bro MM2K. He don't know what angle he came from. Rick Tone, stupid cast guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Happy Crowd Gamer, Bibbity Bop. You know what I'm saying? You got John Scar here. You got so many people that's been praising this Stadia. It would make all of us look dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, so my thoughts on the whole thing is they came out, they've been transparent since the beginning. I swear they have, y'all. All you had to do, please. This is why we use words like dumbed down. That is not to be offensive.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just terminology, you know what I'm saying? Keep things at its simplest form for people who may not, layman's terms and all those things that you hear that we fail to say sometimes. But look, you have to, I feel like they can benefit from keeping things a little bit more simplistic for the users who may not get the complex side of things, right? Yeah. Not all of us. I told you how I am with math. I'm trash at math. If you ask me anything other than basic addition, subtraction, and division, I may not give you the answer, bro, without a calculator. But you got to break it down for these people in a way that they understand. But some people are acting as if they don't know a damn thing. Some people are just like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me Stadia is not going to do better than what Xbox is doing right now? I just came from Xbox. I jumped on Google Stadia's platform, and they're not going to be transparent and tell me everything they got going on. They're not going to tell me the hour and the minute that these games are about to drop, and I'm supposed to pay my $60, $70 or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that's fair, man. That's how I really feel about it. I don't think it's fair. I think that it would be wise and beneficial for people to sit back and really do a little bit of research, use a little bit of common sense, and that's not to be aimed at you if you feel that way. But common sense is necessary. We have to use it. Like, the company can't be fully transparent. And they gave you a glimpse into the future. They gave you a kind of like a roadmap, like, hey, we're giving you a roadmap, but we can't necessarily give you every little nook and cranny and detail in this roadmap because things could change.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to set ourselves up to be that platform where we're promising you all this stuff and then it's not coming. That's why we tell you that some of these features like state share and crowd choice and crowd play and direct YouTube streaming and Google TV will be coming at a later date. That's why we tell y'all stuff like this. We have 100 and something games. We're tracking MM2K. Let's talk about the use of wordplay. We're tracking over 100 games. They were tracking that last year. We got over 100 games. They're tracking another 100 something games. Okay.
We got a phone call. Somebody's calling in.
I didn't hear it ringing. Let's go.
It is your boys, Project Storm, MM2K. You're with us live on SML Podcast. Who is it that we're talking about? Who is it that we're talking to? Excuse me. And what is it that you want to talk about, our good friend?
MM2K, Project Storm. What is going on? I promise you I was going to call back, man.
Hey, we're glad you did, D-Mac. What's going on, brother?
D-Mac attack part.
How you doing?
Doing good, man. Hey, I just wanted to once again say thank you for the platform, guys. You guys are doing really well, being positive, putting in that positive work, man, because it balances everything out when there's so much negativity pushed out there unjustly.
Absolutely.
Hey, D-Mac, hold on. Let me stop you, D-Mac. You used the word unjustly, man. Do you care to elaborate a little bit?
Sure. Actually, you know what? I got a few things I can tell y'all right now. I'm going to read something from the year 2020.
Okay.
Morale is low for Google Stadia early adopters. Okay, that came out in January 2020. February 2020. Google is a disappointment to the Stadia community. Okay, that came out in February 2020. Google Stadia goes free. Should paying founders be furious? That came out April the 9th of the year 2020. Did you notice how they keep throwing out landmines for this platform? I'm just saying. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's funny how every time we get a little bite of success or a little bite of inspiration, there seems to be a plethora of negativity thrown at the platform. Now, these sites that I was saying it from are sites like Android Central, Chrome Unboxed. These are the affiliates of Google and some of their products. They're not from Google. They're just affiliates of Google.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is I'm looking at this and I'm like, now every last one of them got proved wrong.
Yes.
At this time, like we're back then that was the past. We're in today. And in today, we see that they were wrong. And they're at it again. So what I mean by unjustly, I'm saying you're not balancing the picture. Like when you guys speak on things, you guys balance the picture. They let it seem one-sided or lopsided. Well, Google's going to close their doors. Yes. We all know that the article never said that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
you're putting out this unjust information and you are misguiding people for some type of agenda. So that's what I mean by unjustly, man. That's what I mean by that.
I appreciate it.
No problem, man. And I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like that, man, because y'all got a show to do. And I just wanted to come in because I'm keeping my promise and drop it that you guys are doing good, man. Keep it up.
D-Mac. You've been dropping so much knowledge on us. I'm gonna make you fulfill another promise. You got to call in next week. And the week
call in next week, D-Mac.
D-Mac we'll call it next week.
Hey, D-Mac, I phrased it real nice, man. I put a bow on it now. D-Mac attack, bro. You can't get no better than that.
D-Mac attack. I like that. Hey, D-Mac. Hey, let us know in the chat if y'all like that. D-Mac attack. I like that.
Hey, put a one in the chat, a thumbs up if you like that D-Mac attack. Hey, check this out, D-Mac, though. Now, while you're here, I just want the people to know that Project Storm and MM2K, we try not to cap, man, at all. We try to keep it factual and informative and all that, right? Did we not have a stream yesterday where Bibbidi Bop, yourself, Chris, and all of us were having that conversation? I just like to have people that could back up what I'm talking about, man. Well, we not having a good conversation about Stadia and how we felt about the platform and you know, the optimism of it and Battlefield and all that. We were just having that talk yesterday, right?
Yes, we were having a talk yesterday while we were playing the Destiny 2, and we were speaking on how Destiny 2 for some reason, looked a whole lot better than what it recently looked like just a couple of months ago. It's like something was upgraded. And so we started talking about the Frostbite engine, and then that's when I brought you up how you're streaming Madden, and that shows that the Frostbite engine works great on Stadia, and then that's when Battlefield came in because they're going off the Frostbite engine. So then that's when we start saying that, hey, Battlefield's going to play great on Stadia because look how Madden's playing. And that's the Frostbite engine. And it's playing really flawlessly.
And those are the stepping stones.
Not only that, but sorry about it. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you got it, bro. Go ahead.
No, I said, and just to put on top of that, I was playing the Division 2 yesterday with Kiefer and a few of the guys that I run with. And we noticed something. We were in New York, and we saw like a whole puddle of water.
Yes.
And we was like, wait a minute. We played this game a lot. This puddle of water wasn't here before.
Hold up. Okay. And, Now, D-Mac, he was about to get into it. I already know because me.
Oh, no. I was just saying, go ahead. Now, go ahead. Finish, D-Mac.
Hey, D-Mac, go ahead and finish.
Okay. So the puddle of water and the reflections that it was showing, we was just sitting there just staring at it. We was like, wait a minute. Did he just upgrade this game? Because everything was running so smooth and there was barely any type. It was weird. It was like, because they're not going to tell us, but the feeling of the game, it ran so much better and so much more smooth. We were like, wait a minute, they had to upgrade it. The water looks better. I mean, the water wasn't hitting this spot before. We had no water. Now we got water. Like, what's going on? And I had one of my guys from the PC that I'm friends with on PC. He came and started playing the game. And now he's getting ready to come to Stadia.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you talk about converting PC dudes and stuff like that. So, I mean, with our very own eyes, we're seeing these graphics or these visuals get better. So something's happening behind the scenes. There's a lot of things going out there that we don't know about, obviously. But like I said, in M2K Project Storm, they're trying to keep it balanced for everybody. You guys are telling you the actual balanced stories on things. So I would listen that these guys are really not trying to go out there and bash a platform. They're just trying to get you to see that there's something going on out there that they don't want to see this platform be successful.
Absolutely.
And I just, it's crazy, but it is realistic. They really do not want this platform to be successful.
Wow. I couldn't have said it any better. It's the truth. It's the truth. I mean, D-Mac, you just read us evidence. Anybody that listening to this show right now, regardless of what me and Project Storm have said in the past, and we've said a lot, and I think we hit it on the nail. What D-Mac just read to you month to month to month, even when the free tier was released, if that isn't signed to you that there is an imbalance on how people are viewing Stadia opposed to everything else, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason why Stadia is getting most of the ire, DMAC and Storm. It's because it's the most bold initiative out there. But believe you me, when Stadia, no. I'm sorry. Let me admonish the word "win" from my vocabulary. If Stadia were to go away in that scenario, in that alternative universe, you think it's going to stop with Stadia? No, they want all of cloud gaming to go. They want it to go because they think it's a threat to their dedicated devices, and they think that if cloud gaming succeeds, then their consoles are going to go away, the discs that they love to hug and rub are going to go away, and they're not going to stop until they see the end of cloud gaming, period.
Well, let me add to that and say also that, I feel that if this was xCloud first, if xCloud was in Stadia's situation with the 4K and the technology and all that, I think the conversation will be a little bit different. So because it's not their number one brand, Stadia is getting some unjust, they're getting some of that smoke as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But DMAC, thank you so, hey brother. But DMAC attack, y'all need to vote for that. Yeah. DMAC attack, you got to call it next week too, brother.
All right, man. But y'all take it easy, man. It's always nice to call in. Keep up the good work.
Hey, appreciate you, good brother. Man. Definitely. Wow, man. Jeez.
I know.
Hey, look, man. Yeah, we got to make that a DMAC attack. We got to make that happen.
But see, that's why the phone lines are open in the first place, man.
Absolutely.
It's for the people that, if you want to share your voice, of course you don't have to. But if you want to, if you're feeling the itch, if you're feeling something resonate or whatever that we're saying, and you just want to say it, or you're just sitting back there like, damn, you got your brew in your hand or your drink or whatever, your juice, and all that, man. If you just want to call in and share your thoughts, that's what it's for. The numbers out there. We open this thing up for everybody to have a voice. It's not all about us. And I know some people can't, like me, I can't type that damn fast. You know what I'm saying? So if it's easier sometimes to make a phone call if you could do that. It gets you an entry.
So he's dropping us with gems, and he's going to get an entry. I mean, he's getting some entries. So can I share something with y'all? Real quick. Storm. So the lady that threw the controller in the garbage can.
In the garbage.
She deleted her tweet, right? And
Word?
She deleted it, and here's what she had to say. Now, I'm not going to show her. Here's what she had to say, y'all. So for those of y'all who know who it is, y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to give them the time of day because now they want to play victim. So listen to this. If you know me, you know I never intentionally set out to hurt people's feelings. I joke a ton on Twitter.com and never mean to hurt anyone's feelings. The irony of it all is how much legitimate hate is now being slung towards me. I'm moving this week and will be away. Please unfollow me if you need to. So you take a platform. Look, and she's not oblivious to this. The woman got over 100,000 followers. She got a bunch of followers on YouTube. So this young lady is not oblivious to how things work in gaming. You will never see her take a PlayStation controller and do that, right? Because she know what would happen. You wouldn't even see her take an Xbox controller or a Switch controller,
or
right?
Switch controller.
Because she know what would happen. The only reason why she did that is because she thought she would get away with that. Because to what D-Maculus had really spoke the God degree to, a lot of people just are not adept to the truth. And they really think that nobody plays Stadia. And she thought she could get away with it. It would have been a cool thing to do. And she got a wake-up call. But there's something that was always said to me. Well, I don't feel sorry for her. Again, and I'm not saying if anybody's threatening this individual and crazy, silly, stupid stuff like that, stop it. But calling her out for her stupidity, I don't have a problem with that. There's a saying, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And she got her stupid prize. So I don't feel sorry for her trying to play victim now all of a sudden when we had our own Grace of Google, and she admitted her friends and her colleagues, they were uprooted from what this person did. Maybe they gave this person a controller to try to test out because they are a famous entity. And instead of them giving reasonable feedback back, maybe she decided to do this. Well, I'm going to just do this for clicks. because she was ignorant and she didn't know better to the wiser.
I can't wait to add something when you're done.
No, I'm just gonna say again. I'm gonna cap it off with. I'm not gonna promote her. I'm not gonna sit there and embark on it too much myself. But all I'm gonna say is, I want to hear my brother Storm's take on it definitely. But all I'm gonna say is, when you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And I turn it over to my good brother Project Storm.
Well, there it is. See, it's hard for me to feel sorry for her because I always try to encourage people to think before you tweet.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Do not send angry tweets out there. Because later what you're going to do is find yourself deleting them. I have never had to delete a tweet unless I made a typo on the shit. And you can't, there's no edit button on Twitter.
Exactly.
So those are the only times I'm deleting any tweet that I make, but I always think about the tweets that I send, right? Before Absolutely. I do that. Now, it's funny because we just talked about it earlier on the show. I felt some type of way. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt some type of way about seeing that controller go in the trash. But then, I don't know how to pronounce the brother's name, man, but I have a friend, and his name is similar, but from Sales and Circuits podcast, you know who I'm talking about. Chibuzi. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so forgive me, brother.
Chibuzi,
but he was just talking to Chase, and Chase is in the Saturday morning coffee talk, right?
Yeah.
And shout out to him because he was one of the people that I saw on Twitter that approached it from a different angle. It wasn't an attack. He came from an angle of during a pandemic when people can't find consoles like the PS5 and the Series X or whatever, or the 3080 card or the 3000 cards or the AMD cards. You are going to be on here throwing a controller in the trash, not even realizing that some people would love to have that Stadia controller who can't afford the whatever money that it costs to buy to get a subscription and all that and get a controller in their hands. So they're forced to use the keyboard and mouse. And they are able to game and survive off of this shit. You see what I'm saying? How many times have Ray Sherrod, shout out to the brother, man, because I'm about to get passionate about it. How many times have we seen and heard Ray Sherrod? Me and him got into a little brotherly conversation on a podcast over this stuff, man. We take it seriously. Seriously. We take it seriously. And you out here, and here's Kill right here in the chat. He's appreciating the fact that he got an additional Cyberpunk bundle so that he gave it to his son who uses that thing. Come on, man. I told a story before about my sister. She's really not my blood sister, but she's like a sister to me. Her son, his console broke. She didn't know what the hell to do, stressing. She calls me and said, I don't know what to do. Like his console is not working and whatever. Hey, maybe you could try Stadia. It's on sale $400 right now. Maybe you could try that. And it saved his day. He was able to get a console after that, but it saved the day. So that's how I feel about it, man. People just have to think. That's why we keep saying stuff like, please think, like use common sense. So it is what it is. I mean, I'm glad that she was able to come back and say something. She didn't have to say anything, but she did. So shout out to her for that.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think again, a lot of people, I hear this behind the scenes too, right? And again, y'all think, I'm not capping when I say this. I'm in the DMs with your favorite YouTubers, and I've had personal conversations with them, and they tell me, like, damn, Moss, damn, MM2K, y'all really got the Stadia goons out here. We just like to kick around Stadia because it's the fun thing to do. It gets me attention. But I can't even really do that in comfort anymore. If y'all notice, look at my timeline. I used to battle people all the time over Stadia. Guess what? I get very few comments about Stadia here and there now. Why? Because they don't want that smoke.
Let me ask you this. What about the Stadia's dead thing that happened last week or whatever?
Well, when that happened, what it was a misinterpretation of what was going on with Stadia. See, because people are misinformed, they thought the closure of SG&E was pretty much the closure of Stadia. They didn't realize what was going on because they're misinformed. Even Brandon Terrell of GameSpot, of IGN, they were talking about Halo and where Halo could possibly be going and all this other stuff. And we touched a little bit on that here. And Brandon Tyrrell said, no, well, it ain't coming to Stadia. And so then the host had to say, no, Brandon, and real quick to stop it, like, no. That was just the closure of SG&E. It wasn't the closure of Stadia. Stadia's still around. And it was just this eerie silence, like, no, we don't want that smoke. Stop it.
Right.
You know, so yes, it proves how misinformed and how ignorant people are on the platform. It proves that that ignorance is due to the major outlets and hubs not talking correctly about it. We've done seen examples of how, because our good friend DeMackles just showed us, even when things are going good, they still talk negatively about it. When I came across the numbers that I came across, they were trying to phrase it as Stadia seeing over 1,000% increase, but they can't maintain it. Who maintains 1,000% increase 24/7? Nobody does. There's usually promotions and stuff that'll get you up that high, but then at some point in time, regardless of how successful you are, it comes back down. Even the great PlayStation 4, it didn't show in 2018. It had its best numbers in 24 years. In 2019, it was a completely different situation. Was the PlayStation 4 a failure? No. So yes, the media just are not. They don't get it. They don't like it. They don't want it. But don't believe them when they say it doesn't matter. If something doesn't matter, Storm, guess what? You don't talk about it. But when you don't want something to matter, you always talk about it, and you always talk about it in what? A negative vein.
Absolutely. Hey, shout out to the new people that just joined, man. Cold Blood Sensei. We got Shadow in the building.
Cold Blood
20, man. We got SciTech Nerd who was asking who are they talking about? It was just this lady that threw a Stadia controller in the trash and put it on Twitter. Now, here's the reason why I don't feel sorry for people that do this stuff, man. You had to think about that shit. You had to plan it out.
Facts.
I'm gonna walk to the trash can with my socks. I'm gonna videotape it first with my phone. You got to do all these steps. This is why I can't feel sorry for you or nobody that you're affiliated with.
Yes.
Right? You think about this. You're like, this is gonna be awesome, man. You're talking about some likes and some follows right now. I'm about to hit 145K off this one. That's what she was thinking, right? But then when it backfires, hey, I think about what Chase keeps saying about the barber, the butcher, and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna
exactly.
go into it, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, look, when you're in the island by yourself, don't call me. I don't have your back. Call Project Kid, call Victor Del Maestro, call somebody.
He's like, give a call to the chat.
I mean? Call Cold Blood.
You
call
better
somebody.
call Tyrone.
Call Jay Smith. Don't call me, man, because I'm not gonna be there for you. Straight up.
Yeah. Heck yeah. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. Bruh, I'm gonna say this. I just put out a tweet. I responded to the good brother. Let me see here. He had put something out here. Let me see if I can get it out here on the chat. Yeah, I'm gonna get it out here.
And while you're doing that, I was gonna think of a parody. I told him before the show. I said, I have the parody that I'm gonna do all this tweet and get me like 50,000 followers real quick or something. I was gonna put my damn slippers on. You know, I got some Papa Bear slippers and shit that my son got me, right? They keep my feet warm in the wintertime. So I was gonna put my Papa Bear slippers on, right? And I was gonna walk to my damn trash can. And I was gonna throw my Founders Edition controller in the trash, y'all. Check this out. I was going to throw that thing in the trash. And then I was going to say, oh, damn, I just realized in order to play Stadia on the CCU, I need my Founders controller.
Hey, bro, let me say
that would have been a hellified tweet. What do y'all think?
I think you should still do it. I'm going to tell you what, just because.
She came back, man. I do believe in, I do believe in second chance.
I'm gonna explain why I think you should still do it, but it's up to you, brother. But I would still do it. I would do it, but I don't want to take your thunder. I don't want to steal your thunder from you.
I mean, I was gonna dive in there with onion rings and everything, man, and get my damn controller out and say, I need this controller.
And say, oh shit, hold on, brushing it off and clean.
Yeah, man.
Spray some Lysol on it and rub it off. Absolutely. Oh, I need this. Yeah,
absolutely, man.
Hey, look. The homie Chibuzi Anakor, and I hope I didn't butcher that name, he says the whole blank blank, that's the name of the YouTuber, situation made me realize how absolutely gross the tech influencer space is. Don't worry, I peeped all of the influencers who liked it. Oh, I didn't even think about that. And were in her reply spreading further misinformation. I see you. I'm disappointed in you, and I'm unsubscribing. Oh, I didn't even catch that. So you might have to drop the information on that. I responded with this. I said she deleted the tweet and released a response that has a victim tone to it. A, if she was threatened really in any type of way, that is abhorrent. Stop. It's not that serious. I want that out there first and foremost. However, B, people who simply checked her, hey, I'll say this. When you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And again, because of you being ignorant and stupid to the Stadia community and thinking that you could get away with this and it would just be another day in the neighborhood, you got a stupid prize. Congratulations. You played yourself. Okay.
There it is.
That's my thought, Storm.
Hey, when you put it out there, you got to be ready. You have to have thick skin, man. You can't go crying when the consequences come. So it is what it is. We can move on, man. We can move on. So
my bad, Storm. Give me 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds. Hold on, Storm.
Do your thing. Let me get this chat, man. Victor says, I want my AAA titles free on Pro. Hey, some of those, eventually we might see that, Victor. Eventually we might see that, man. I remember Destiny 2 being up there to kick things off. So that's triple. If that's not AAA enough for you, I don't know, my friend, but we will get there. I'm almost certain of it. Let me see. Let's see here. Let me see.
This chat is on fire. So
oh yeah, it is, man. Shadow says, although gotta love that sensitivity on the triggers, slight touch, it registers. It's so sensitive. It's beautiful. Yeah. Hey, sometimes though, hey, I don't know if Project Kill's still in the building, but he's the perfect person. Chase came up with this term called lizard fingers, right? In PUBG, when you put the controller down, sometimes it fires shots and it gives away your location. So it was funny as hell, y'all. One day we were playing and Kill actually he didn't realize the right the right trigger is so sensitive, and he actually kept hitting it like over and over. Pop, 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 right? And we're like, man, who's shooting? I'm ducking and shit. I'm thinking the enemies around, y'all. I'm ducking and trying to hide and everything, laying on the floor by a window. And then Kills like nobody, he didn't say anything. So all of a sudden Chase came out like, yeah, man, you got them lizard fingers. You know what I'm saying? So that's if you hear us talking lizard fingers on streams, man, you know why.
Yep. Hey, Storm, there's this article that I think sums up why we feel the way that we feel. So I'm gonna read this article real quick and get your thoughts on the back end of it. And I definitely want to cover the SkyClimbers thing because I think it's a phenomenon that's being overlooked. You know what I'm saying? And again, don't forget, y'all can call in here. Let me put the number back in here. If y'all want to call in, give us your thoughts and all that other good stuff. Definitely do it. 724-739-3612, or you can go to the PNTS website and leave us a yappa, and we'll play it live on air. So there we go. I left it in there. Let me just check real quick and see if we ain't got we didn't get any new yappas yet. I just wanted to double check. All right. And let me check one more thing. Let me see if we got any hashtag SML comments. Did we get any of those?
Not sure, but hey.
No, we didn't get anything recently. Okay, just wanted to double check. All right, so let me just read this article for y'all real quick. This is a hell of an article. From what is the site? It is rcwireless.com. And the article reads, after just 2 years, Google's gaming gambit goes around. Right. So it's talking about the closure of SG&E, and what I think is the more fathomable takeaway from this, because you heard a lot of takes. Yeah, this is the prerequisite to the end. But everything that Storm and I and a lot of us have been talking about, these people get, and they explain why, this is the most likely outcome. Google will no longer make games in-house for its Stadia gaming platform. It's been nearly 2 years since Google launched its game platform specifically for streaming. At the time of launch, Google also announced Stadia Games and Entertainment, SG&E, its internal development service, a new business division responsible for making games on the platform. But now the company revealed that it's calling it quits on game development because it turned out it's too hard and expensive, even for a giant like Google. Quote, creating best-in-game class games from the ground up takes many years and significant investment, and the cost is going up exponentially. Phil Harrison, Stadia's GM, wrote in a blog post, over the coming months, most of the SG&E team will be moving on to new roles. That's something that people overlook. Given how much gaming... Yeah, oh yeah. Given how much gaming, particularly in the mobile and streaming categories, is predicted to grow in the next few years, and the numerous new incumbents trying to break into the market, it's no surprise that Google is finding the cost of high-quality game development going up exponentially. Everybody from big tech firms like Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft to telecom companies to network architect vendors is looking to get a piece of the gaming pie. Harrison assured existing Stadia users that very little of their experience will be impacted, commenting that players can still access all of the games on the platform as well as new titles from third parties. Harrison also explained that Google will no longer make its own games. It's expanding its efforts to help game developers and publishers take advantage of its platform technology and deliver games directly to their players. While not a telecom operator, Google's gaming trajectory brings to mind a report conducted by Strategy, which laid out 4 ways a telecom operator can get into this market, which are relevant. The deepest of the 4 ways is to get involved, according to the report. It's called an advanced developer play, which refers to the operator, or in the case of a tech company, developing and launching its own games and products. Another strategy called initial developer play is when these companies establish partnerships with and provide support for established game developers. It appears that Google attempted the first strategy, found it too costly and time-consuming, and is now responding as industry partner for developers. It's not hard to feel as if Google bit off more than it could chew. Now there's more, but Storm, this is an exact replica of everything that we've been saying. Look, to invest $500 million just to make a AAA title and not be guaranteed success. That's something that maybe Google thought that they could get into. Maybe they were baited a little bit by all the attention they were getting before they released what the product really was. But then they realized, look, we're tying up a lot of money here. Money that could be used to help port Call of Duty over. So people like Storm can help flock millions and millions of people. You see what I'm saying? So, Storm, my question to you is, if they can see it, if we can see it, why do you think the average consumer or a lot of people can't see it this way?
Well, because they choose not to see it. So they made a decision, MM2K. We are going to be a part of the masses that want Stadia dead and cloud gaming as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why they can't realize that both can exist in the same space and at the same time.
Exactly.
This gaming pie is made up of so many billions of dollars annually. I don't understand why they can't see it in MM2K. Now, I'm not the smartest dude in the damn world, but I do have common sense. Thankfully, I have common sense, man. I know that there's enough for all these corporations who are making billions in this industry already to continue making billions of dollars in this damn industry, MM. Now, I want to just say something based on this article, because this is a hell of an article right now. And I didn't read it all. You know what I'm saying? I did look at it, and I knew we were going to be talking about it and going over it, so I didn't read it. I didn't have to. But it's in line with a lot of the things, like you said, that we've been telling people, that we've been saying, that we've been coming up with on our own, and based on conversations with other members of the community. You know what I'm saying? But I want to point out that a few things that I heard in that article, MM.
Mm-hmm.
But first, before I do that, I want to touch on the fact that I see Erin Hoffman-John, who we respect for what she does. Shout out to Erin. You know what I mean? She was telling us about that good stuff on the machine learning side and all the possibilities and things that we've never heard about on the console side of gaming, right?
Yep.
So this is why we get hyped. This is why we stay hyped. This is why I dreamt about Stadia this morning, man. It's not one of them fanboy stories that you hear. I'm sure a lot of you have had dreams about video games. If you play enough games, you're probably going to have it embedded in your mind somewhere. So when you go to sleep subconsciously, you have these dreams and everything. Now, let me break this down. Erin Hoffman-John, she's still on Twitter. I was so happy to see that she dropped something yesterday when I checked, and she still has Google Stadia as a part of her description or whatever. And that was good to see. So that means that maybe Erin could be branching out. Her and her team could be now more focused on helping these developers to basically bring their visions to light.
This
You
is
get what
why
I'm
I
saying?
need more
And
Stadia
it'll make
Premium.
it easier for them to do so, which means that we get major games like from an Activision or whoever the publisher or might be, right? Maybe we get those games faster, and maybe now they have Stadia exclusive features built into them where now they stand out a little bit more from PlayStation and Xbox and PC, MM2K.
Yep.
Now, would I be crazy for thinking that?
No, absolutely
Okay,
not.
hold on. Let me continue then. I knew what your answer was going to be, but I had to ask you anyway. I heard you say something like very little experiences will be impacted.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, I don't have to be a rocket scientist to break this one down.
Yeah.
That means we're going to continue to see business as usual right now.
Yes. BAU.
I think I heard you use that
Mm-hmm.
that acronym.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So there's the second thing, and then I got one more after this. They want to help devs and publishers bring the best games to the platform, so to speak. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to help these devs and publishers. So how do you do that? Well, you take these studios now, you break up these teams. You talked about how they were going to be assigning people to different roles. What could those roles be? Could they be over in the phone section? Well, I think not. I think that they will stay right in the Stadia division. I think that they will be reaching out to help these devs bring these games, because that's probably what these devs and publishers are asking for the most.
Yes.
How can we do this?
Yes.
This is Linux. We may not be too familiar with Linux right now. We're just starting out. Like, I'm just thinking about stuff like this that makes sense in my brain.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe that could be the case. And then the last one, strategies that empower devs and publishers. Strategies that empower devs and publishers. This is something that I wrote down, so it wasn't directly from the article, but I heard you speaking on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you mentioned the word strategy.
Yep.
So it's all making sense, even more sense now than it ever made before. This is what they're going to be doing. They're taking those people. They're going to have some, if not the majority or all, working to help this thing come to light faster. That's just what I see.
And I want to add real quick to say, I know there's a lot of talk about white labeling, and who knows, that's a possibility. We're not in a boardroom, but it's not necessarily that. Here's why. Look at Ubisoft Plus. Ubisoft Plus isn't a white label. Ubisoft Plus is Ubisoft saying, look, we want to deliver our products to everybody else. So we're willing to put the work in to port it over. It's not like porting games to Stadia is horrible. It's just that it takes a little bit more time than it does other. It's not so much that porting games to Stadia is horrendous than it is that porting games to Amazon or flipping the switch in GFN is just ultra quick. You see what I'm saying? So we don't mind porting those games over if you you know what I'm saying, give us the resources and we can make business off of it. You know, we can do a lot of business. Now, a lot of people say, why would they do that opposed to just licensing the software and do that? Because you're not doing the heavy, because you're doing the heavy lifting. But if Stadia does a proposal like what xCloud is doing, like in order to get games on xCloud, Microsoft is doing the heavy lifting. All Stadia is doing, like they tell you, there's like, we make sure that our game developers that we work with do minimum work. And we're doing all the heavy lifting on our side. So what Stadia is doing, like Storm said, a lot of those people, the 150 that are gone, I bet you they're going into a repository where they're working with developers to port games over. You know what I'm saying? And
why wouldn't they?
xCloud, you know, even though there's a Zor, people aren't saying, oh, I'd rather just create my own hub on Azure and play a licensing fee there. They said, no, I already got a relationship established with Xbox. You got a community out there. Just port my game over. How tedious is it going to be? And what xCloud is saying, what Xbox is saying is, we're going to do all the tedious work. Stadia is looking at that and they're saying, even though our tech is better, that might be the smarter strategy. Let's not focus on building our own games. Let's put all these talented people over here to port games over here and get more games here. So again, I think if you look at it from 5,000 feet, okay, if you want to make an argument that white labeling is a possibility, that's fine. But to think that that's the only avenue out or the only feasible avenue out, I'm not sure about that, because regardless of whether it's cheaper upfront to license something or to pay the 30%, there's other fees. Then okay, if I'm paying the licensing, then I gotta hire people to do the porting, right? So then those are unemployment fees that I gotta pay for each individual. I gotta pay their healthcare insurance because I gotta employ these people on top of paying that thing. Why not outsource it? That's why the term outsourcing is it's such a big thing right now. Companies outsource a lot of stuff all the time. And that's what people are doing. That's what they're proposing. Let's outsource it to Stadia. Let's let their people port it to their platform, put it on their platform. They take a cut, they give us the rest. I see it. Yep. I see it as a fathomable possibility.
So do I, man. And before we wrap, I do want to go back to Erin Hoffman John, man, because she did put a tweet out there that had many people thinking, and I was one of those people, but I was thinking more of a positive light, because she said that her team was impacted or affected by it, something like that, right? Remember? Yep. So yeah, they were impacted or affected. I saw people thinking, oh man, they let her go. I mean, she's gone and we lost her and all that stuff. So I need to find clarity in this. So if somebody knows who could help me out, is she still a part of Stadia? Like, I really would like to know. And I know you may not have the answer, but if you do, please let me know. The other thing was, she said that we kind of hinted or implied that we will get through this. She sent that tweet out. It's still out there, I'm sure, unless she decided to delete it, which I doubt. I'm going to go back to that tweet because it does reinforce and it adds to that level of positivity that we still continue to have. Now, this platform is not going to be for everybody. I just want to wrap up saying it's not going to be for everybody. We're not up here saying that, hey, Stadia has to work for the world. Remember, we understand that gamers play on other devices. So do we on this podcast. We play on other devices. We try to be as neutral as possible, because why set ourselves to look like why set ourselves up to look like fools or idiots? I mean, you got to do more work digging yourself out of that hole. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to just educate you, inform, and share and absorb what you all feed us, because it helps us grow, helps us focus and know what to do next on the next show or whatever podcast we have to do that's next in line. So I just wanted to say that, hey, thanks to everybody today, MM. Now, I don't know if you wanted to rap right now. You want to do an extra hour?
We got a couple of comments. We got a couple of yappers. Right. So I'm going to play the yappers, and then we'll get our comments on the back end of those. And then real briefly, I want to touch on this whole thing with the SkyClimbers. All right. So let's do this. We're going to play this first yapper from our good friend Shadow. He was in the chat. He's like, MM2K, don't forget about me, man. I ain't gonna forget about you, good brother. So we're gonna play your yapper right now, and let's get into it.
This is where I need more Stadia premiums. Just everyone steals my control pad.
Okay, he said what did he said?
This is where I need more Stadia premiums. Just everyone steals my control pad.
He was showing here. Let me put it back up here. I'm gonna put it up here real quick so we can see, because I know we're running out of time. No, that's not it. Come on, where's the web window? There we go. Come on, web. All right, there we go. So the good friend Shadow put up here, Shadow 2020. He says, I'm gonna play it again. He got somebody with a Stadia controller.
This is where I need more Stadia premiums. Just everyone steals my control pad.
So somebody stole his control pad. He said, this is why we need more Stadia premiums. Could you hear that, Storm?
Yeah, I heard it. And that's what that giveaway is about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what it's about.
And then we got one more from the homie Garrett. Let's play. Oh, is that G Million? G Million in the house. Let's play it.
Uh-oh.
Yo, what up, guys? Sorry about the noise. I'm at work. Just want to let you guys know IGN don't know shit about anything. So I don't listen to them about anything. I don't even watch their videos, don't even watch their podcast or listen to their podcast, and you should completely unsubscribe to them. They are too scared to give out opinions about anything, even Xbox and PlayStation.
I agree.
They're just a bunch of pussies.
Oh, God damn it. Right. Golly!
Hey, look, you heard it.
How do you really feel, G Million?
I'm not going to argue with G Million. That's one thing I'm not going to do.
Hey, look, Yeah, definitely. I could dig it. Real quick, SkyClimbers. I just wanted to bring real quick awareness to this. We have a game that was going through a Kickstarter storm, and it's also becoming available on Stadia. And it looks like, and then I think the developer has confirmed it themselves. The campaign has quadrupled its goal. I think its original goal was 20,000, and the Stadia community, led by, for most part, if not, well, in most part, by the Stadia community, they've blown past the 20,000 mark, and they're now at 80,000. So this is incredible. Storm, what do you think about this real quick before we
already? I just saw 20K. They were celebrating the fact that they hit 20K, but it shows you, MM2K, it shows you two things, man. Like, it shows you that a game, like, first of all, promoting your game and showing people a glimpse of what it can be like is one part of it. Then the second part is bringing a game that's an RPG that people are craving for is another part of that. You know, it shows that if you produce the right type of game at the right time, it could be successful just because people want it. They want that. That's what they want. You got to listen to the needs and wants of the gamers. That's how I feel about it, man. It's good. Shout out to them for the success. I intend to try to donate something toward the cause. I haven't yet. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need to see more, because the last thing I want to do is develop. Put my funds into something and it ends up being the next Crucible or something. You know, I don't want to really do that. So I've been keeping my eyes on it. And man, but it's an amazing story, man. It's definitely positive, and I'm happy for them. And I do plan to contribute, bro, because why not? Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. So I will say this. Great stuff from the Stadia team. Keep showing people. I mean, I posted stuff in these DMs and everybody goes quiet. They're like, oh my God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time they say something stupid. Yeah, and again, and it's all based upon a narrative that they're afraid of cloud gaming, which they shouldn't be. It doesn't make any sense. We talked about this, Storm. I think I'm gonna say this. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think it's stupid to be concerned about cloud gaming. Why do I think it's stupid? Because we already see why you shouldn't be afraid of cloud gaming if you like your dedicated device. Why? Stadia, when everybody talks about Stadia, whether they say there's just not enough games or whatever, everybody says now, even the haters, the tech is phenomenal. Now, I'm not throwing shade at anybody else. I'm just saying, are they saying that about Amazon? Are they saying about GFN? No, they're not. They don't, you should license out the tech. The tech is phenomenal. They don't say that about them. And again, I'm not taking away from those experiences, but it appears that Stadia's tech is considered the apex when it comes to cloud gaming. You got entities that have been in this just as long, if not longer, developing their tech, like GFN, and they're not saying this about them. So any Joe Schmo can't just wake up out of their bed, pick the lint from their navel storm, and create a cloud entity. It's going to be years before competitors can get on the level of let alone a Stadia, even a GFN or an Amazon or a Shadow. So y'all have nothing to worry about. It's following the idiot herd to be concerned with cloud gaming. Stop trying to stifle tech. This is a tech-oriented hobby. Stop trying to stifle it. Otherwise, it's not going to get better. And that's all I got to say. Any closing thoughts, Storm? I'm sorry.
Man, that's it, brother. I mean, I think we covered everything. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm just, again, thankful that the people was rocking with us today, man. Woke us the hell up, got us right in line, y'all. We appreciate it. Hope to see y'all back next Saturday when it's over on my channel, and we're going to be breaking down even more things, because one thing you got to understand is there's still a lot of information for us to go over, and we have limited time to do so. So be sure to tune in next week. That's about it for me, MM. We can go ahead and go in the closing phase, man.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everybody for joining. And definitely go to the link below in the description and go click on Project Storm's link. Go to his channel, subscribe there, or you're going to miss next week's episode. Period. That's a matter of fact. We do the exact same thing. We just alternate channels. This week is here. Next week is going to be there. Go to Project Storm's channel and sub right now so you don't miss a single episode. With that said, I want to thank you guys and gals so much for joining us. We love you all. You all have a wonderful gaming day.